boys and girls. Hello, it's me again, as always. So, today, well, basically, some of you probably be aware on what I'm going to say for this video because, wow, this month is going to be a very special month because one peculiar Disney movie is coming out anytime soon. I mean, can you blame me? I don't think so, because I'm not the only one who excited at the moment, because there's so many people out there who would love to see it. Yes, and some of you are probably gonna guess on which movie I'm talking about. Yes, you got it. Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, can't wait for that. So, okay, so let's just say, like, I want to be fair with you boys and girls who also like Lilo and Stitch or love Lilo and Stitch. Well, I do like to be honest by saying that Lilo and Stitch is one of the best Disney franchise media merchandise ever since the original movie came out in 2002. Like, oh my god, it's been a long time since it came out. Wow. Yeah. I think we should celebrate the movie sometimes. I mean, seriously. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, I would if I had to, because I literally love Lilo and Stitch now, don't I? Yes, Mickey. You got that right. Yep, Lilo and Stitch is definitely one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. So, correcto. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, so let's just say I kind of did watch my best favorite moments of the Lilo and Stitch movie in the day center today, along with my two friends. Well, best friend Sophie and our friend Sam. Yeah. I mean, seriously. And we were laughing our heads off and everything, like giggling, something like that. Like, yeah, well, tell me about it. And you're right there, Joshi. Aloha does means family. Aloha means family. And family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Yep, that's the true lesson we ever learn. Oh, and I just got some news to share you, boys and girls. Yeah, well, but this peculiar news, it's got nothing to do with Lilo and Stitch or anything, but I just find out in a day center. Well, one of the staff members told me that we're going to do a bit of a play, as in, on stage, doing it like role acting and something like that. Well, basically, we did something like this before. We did Wizard of Oz. Well, basically, since it's nearly summer, one of the staff members told me that we are going to do this musical film called Grease. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you may don't, but it's totally fine, really. I mean, it's just one of those films that I have watched like once already. Yep. I mean, growing up, I never really watched the film before until I started watching it sometimes last year. Yep, totally crazy. Like, what? But as I finished watching it, I started to like it a bit. Yeah, it's quite good. I like the songs and everything. Yeah, I wouldn't say I love it, but I do like it. I mean, there's a difference of liking something and loving something. Yeah, you'll get the picture if what I'm trying to say. Okay, so like I said, we are gonna do a Grease musical play in the day center. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so okay, move on. Uh-huh. Hmm. Okay. Trying to think. Sorry. Just give me a second. Trying to think. Just bear with me, boys and girls. Thank you. Thanks, Toshi. um, hmm. Let's see. Well, I just found out that the remake film of Lilo and Stitch is coming out on the 23rd of May. Wow, cool. Well, basically, my mom said to me from this morning as she was dropping me to the day center now. Well, she told me that we are planning to go and watch the Lilo and Stitch remake on the 27th of May. Yeah. Let's say it's something to do with the meerkat thingy tickets, whatever's going on in the cinema. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm confused myself. So that's what it is with the cinema. So, I mean, seriously, Mom? Going to see the film like a few days late just because of this meerkat thingy nonsense? Like, good grief. Where's Stitch or something? I really want Stitch. Okay. Yeah, well, at least I got cute little fluffy, cute little alien right next to me on my table. Yeah. Oh my god. No, seriously, I do have Stitch with me. I got a little toy figure. Mm-hmm. Something like that, Sebastian. Yeah, something like that. Hang on, wait. Yeah, it just reminded me of something that I made. I think my mom did mention that the meerkat is going to have their very own movie. Say what? No, that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, maybe it does to some people, but to me, I just don't know. I just find it weird. I mean, I don't even know anything about these meerkats. I mean, you know what I mean. If you think about these thingy weird outfits with talking meerkats, yapping about money, whatever, or I don't know. It's just weird talking meerkats in the real life world. Oh my god. Hmm? Are you planning on taking Stitch plushie with you, or you have to leave him? To be honest, Toshi, that's a very good question that you ever have asked me for this video. Well, I don't know, but I would definitely like to take my own Stitch plushie with me if I had to, but I um had to talk to my parents about it first before making this decision. They probably might say no, but I don't know. But if it, I can always try and convince them for whatever reason. But if I do take my Stitch plushie, I just take it with me as long I don't turn the switch on. Because Stitch got the switch thingy on the back of the toy. So you get what I'm saying, really. But yeah, I would definitely love to take him. Yeah. But if my parents say no, then that's bad luck for me. Well, I'll let you guys know if I ever do take my toy Stitch with me. That would be crazy if I did take him. Oh my god. Yes. So thanks for the question, Joshy. That's a really brilliant question I ever heard from you. Thanks. I actually appreciate that. Yes, I already know about that, Deton Cox. I already know. Okay, so yeah. Ugh. Okay, and speaking of which, you never believe me if I tell you this, because there are familiar faces from the original film are coming back in the live action version. Yeah, tell me about it. No, don't worry. Don't be sorry, Deton. You haven't done anything wrong, so no need to say sorry. It's okay. Like I said, I know you've been thoughtful, so thank you. That's really nice. Thank you for reminding me. But it's okay. If someone already know, they just tell you. Yeah. But there's no need to feel disappointed if someone already know before you did. So yeah. It's kind of common sometimes when someone knows before someone else did. Sometimes my best friend Savy even went to see the Snow White movie before I did. Yeah, tell me about it. Because the reason why Sophie went to see Snow White before I did, that's because I was in, well, I was on holiday at that time. Yeah, I think, yeah, it was Portugal. I went with my family, not couple of, well, basically last month. Yeah, yeah, pretty good, jolly good. Oh, totally. I agree with you there, Joshi and Sebastian, about the copyright violation in a cinema. Yeah, I remember something like whenever you go to the cinema and they always have this thingy warning on the actual big cinema screen before the movie starts. It always tells everyone in the audience seats, they always tells you if you caught someone um, recording a scene from the movie, please report to the staff member from the cinema outside the room. Yeah, so like that. That's all I can hear about. Yeah, I remember every time. Yeah, it's like that. Like every time you go to the cinema. Yeah, not just once, not just whatever. Exactly, Dusty. No breaking wheels whatsoever. Even now, there's still people who still does it though. No, seriously. Believe me or not, I just wish people stop recording the movies without, whatever reason, because they think they can just do whatever they want just because they love the film or excited or they just want to upload a video to YouTube because they couldn't even, you know, resist from recording it. Like seriously. I just think they need to start taking their phones with them if you ask me. I understand if people want to take their phones for whatever which reason, but apart from recording, seriously, it's breaking the law. It's not just happening in my country, it can happen in any country, like United States, whatever. It doesn't really matter where exactly, but all I know that it's always happened every country. Tell me that. Wait, what? People shouting chicken jockey and get kicked out? Eh, that wasn't kind of floating in my head. No, seriously, I won't even imagine that. Exactly, Joshy. Cinemas are supposed to be more quiet for people to enjoy and relax and watching the movie in peace. Okay, fair enough. Wow, but no. It's just so disappointing. Yeah, well, that's just the way it is when it comes to cinema, really, boys and girls. Tell me about it. We can't just deny the fact with people recording stuff which they shouldn't really do, really. But sometimes we can't always stop them because they think they can just lash at you, whatever, like blah blah blah. They're just gonna make excuses forever, like blah blah. Yeah, tell me about it. Hmm. Yeah, it's called Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. Yeah, I just love Lilo and Stitch so much. Okay, can we please don't talk about Minecraft, please? Because I understand if people want to talk about what happens with the people in the cinema going all crazy and all that with that peculiar movie, but I just don't want that to be relevant to my video. Hope you all boys and girls can understand. So thank you. Okay. Okay. Like, trying to think. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, and I just thought something. I know, well, almost all you boys and girls have seen my drawing of me with both my favorite Disney characters, Ariel from Little Mermaid and Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I just love Ariel and I love Stitch. Best friends forever, baby. No, seriously, I've always considered them as my best friends. When it comes to Disney, of course, that's what I mean. But my real best friend in real life, and that is, we all know who, that is Sophie. As some of you may know her as Sophie Pan. Yeah. Yeah, I always loved Sophie ever since when we were kids. Yeah, seriously. She's very cool, she's the best all the time, and she's always there to just, whatever, Okay, sorry about that. I get a little bit flustered. Sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, you would definitely like Sophie, guys. Especially you, Sebastian. She's cool. Believe me, Sophie is awesome. And if Sophie's watching my video now, it's alright if she's not or something. But if she is, then I hope she knows that I've always loved her. And I'm pretty sure she's giggling by now when she hears that. Yep. Yeah. And some of you might have some quite common with Sophie anyway, because she likes video games. Yeah. Because Sophie likes talking about video games sometimes. No, seriously, she does. And if you want to talk to someone who knows everything about video games, then Sophie's the right person to talk to. Because I'm more an editor, artist, yeah, something like that. Okay. Well, that's just the thing. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay. But when it comes to hobby, not just video games, but Sophie also like sword fights. Like pirate career, like fighting with swords, especially like the Pirates of Caribbean. Yeah, I never really watched Pirates of Caribbean, but even though I'm neutral towards the Pirates of Caribbean though, but Sophie likes it, and she absolutely liked the film and the other movies she had watched. Yeah, I never really thought she would watch them because I mean maybe because I'm not always fully aware of some things that Sophie likes without me knowing, but it doesn't really that matter if I did or not know that Sophie watches something. But yeah, but I'm pretty sure Sophie will probably say the same thing about me. Yeah, well, but like I said, I don't really have an opinion on Pirates of Caribbean, so no offense to those, including you, Sophie, for liking it. I totally understand. So opinion is handled. Yeah, goody good, jolly good, or should I say Disney jolly good, or should I say Mickey, Mickey, Mickey Mouse? Okay. Oh, when I mentioned about familiar faces and familiar voices from the original Lilo and Stitch in the new one, well, you never guessed. Well, the voice who did Mrs. Hasagawa. Well, she's going to be playing some character in the pet shelter. You might recognize it if you saw a video clip, yeah, for that peculiar scene on YouTube. It's okay if you've seen it or not, but still, yeah, it's definitely her. The one that wears a hat, yeah. If you listen close closely, that's definitely her. That's definitely her voice. And I quickly recognize her face as well, as much as I recognize her voice. Yeah, because I also remember her in Cat in the Hat. Yep, as the babysitter. Yeah, that's her, all right. Yeah, and the guy who did the voice of David in the first movie and Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch has a glitch. Well, he's also going to be in the remake, but he's going to be playing a manager at Nani's work, the restaurant. Yeah, something like that. Yep, exactly, Sebastian. You got that right. Yeah. And I also heard that there's another actress that you might be familiar with. The original voice for Nani in the original film. She's also going to be in the remake, I believe. And I heard that she's going to be playing a social worker. Yeah. No, seriously, she's going to be a social worker in the new Lilo and Stitch movie. Yeah, but let me just say something because at first I thought she's going to be playing some policewoman, but I think I just got myself confused. But still, she's going to play a social worker. And I know some of you may going to be confused and going to ask about by saying that I thought Mr. Bulbous is a social worker. Well, you do have a point. I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you did ask that question while watching my video. But the thing is, because me and Sophie and Sam did discuss about this area today in the day center, and I kind of explained that maybe it's because Mr. Bubbles is going to be more than just a social worker in a remake, because I believe he's going to disguise himself as another social worker, but it turns out he works for the what he does, that something to do with aliens and space and everything. You remember that very scene at the end of the original movie when he confirms that CIA, something like that. Well, former CIA. I mean CIA. So I got a bit muddled there. Well, believe me, I find it shocking. Yeah. And I'm not too sure whether it's guarantees it's going to be in the new remake. As most people seem to assume that he might be, and some assume that he might not. But for me, I had a, a little bit mixed feelings that he might be in the movie, but sometimes I doubt he would, because sometimes Disney can change things. So that's the whole point on what I'm saying here. So that's my fair point for this one. Yeah, you probably wouldn't blame me like one bit if I feel like that. Think that. Tell me. Oh, hello, Miss Skinita. Sorry, I did see you there, but I was too busy blabbering. Yeah, but hello. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. And I also saw another trailer video for the remake earlier this morning. And I remember I saw a brief second of seeing Jumba, this, his alien self. I saw him only for a quick second sometime when Stitch was still in space and he teleports somewhere. I don't know what he was doing, but I just remember I saw Jumba only for a quick second, and then just skip to a different scene in the trailer. Like, oh my god, I never thought we are gonna see Jumba like finally, because sometimes things takes time to confirm and to make things unofficial. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and I totally agree with you there, Sebastian. I do believe that some people can, well, Hmm. I would say I reacted about Disney change things up for which reason. Yeah. And to be honest, I wouldn't even care less about the changes from time to time. Oops, sorry. I mean, even though they can still bother me sometimes, just not as much the way most people do, Yeah. I mean, I don't always like constantly going on about it. I just, like shrug it off and just ignore it and just move on and just focus on the positive side and just watch the movie and that's it. Like that. But I remember something about if you guys remember when Milan came out sometimes in 2020. Yeah, I remember when the remake of Milan came out that very year. I was so disappointed by the fact that we didn't have, well, the film didn't have any songs and it didn't follow the same story from the original. Well, maybe a bit still the same story, but there's slight changes though. Yeah, if you have watched the film, you probably get what I mean. And and they also, well, they didn't have, you know, Milan's love interest, Shang Yu. Oh, sorry, no, that was a villain. What the hell? Sorry, Shang Yu's the villain. I mean, Li Shang. Sorry, I can't believe I just got myself mixed up. Can't believe that. Sorry. And I even remember this one scene that literally still give me the creeps when Shang Yu literally killed his own sidekick, the bird. Oh my god. Even though the bird is also a human, I still can't believe she died in Milan's arms. Like, literally. I know she can be bad as Shan Yu, but still, but no matter how villainous people may be, you should never, ever dare on saying that you wish people to die because that's not a nice thing to say or do. Because that just makes you a horrible person yourself, not just them. I'm just saying. So please don't take me too far to the breaking point by getting yourself, offended or feeling defensive for yourself. I'm just giving you straight facts, okay? So that's all I can say. Like, honestly. I still can't believe the bit, well, woman died in Milan's arms. Feel sad. Yeah, yeah. And believe me, Sebastian, I literally did that once about something to do with the who the prime minister from Russia. Yeah, I wish I haven't done that, but still, it still got me a strike not too long ago. I mean, it didn't happen this year. I mean, it happened from last year. So yeah, and I promised myself to never do that again because I realized that it's very offensive to do. Even though I still don't like you know who, but still, I realize it's not always a nice thing. Yeah. So you can call me a hypocrite, whatever you want. I don't care, guys. So okay. So I learned my lesson. So that's all I have to say. You can judge me whatever you want, people, but still. Okay, so let's just move on, move on. Okay. Hmm. Trying to think. Hmm. I don't know. So good things to talk about, you. To be honest with you. Oh, have you guys heard about this? Well, there was going to be a TV show for Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Well, I believe they cancelled it. Yeah, you heard that right. You never heard that wrong. Yeah, totally disappointed. I mean, I was so excited to see that, but still can't believe they canceled it. Mm, come on. Okay. Well, to be honest, I do like Princess and the Frog, to be fair. I mean, I've always liked that film ever since when it came out back in 2009. And I still remember that time when I first went to see it that very year with my dad in the Trafford Centre. It was so cool. Yeah, basically because my mom and my dad went, doing like girly shopping. Well, me and my dad, on the other hand, we just decided to, oh no, 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 no girly shopping for me, as in me. And we just, decided to watch Princess and the Frog on that time. So we had our fun. Yeah, tell me about it. And I also can't believe that Princess Tiana is actually the very first African princess of the Disney Princess official lineup. Mm-hmm. It's quite cool. I mean, it is a good idea to add a black princess to be part of the Disney group. I mean, sorry, I mean Disney princess group. That's what I mean. Yep, totally. Mm-hmm. Okay. And oh, and speaking about Disney princesses, and okay, I know some of you may going to say and may going to believe about this, this other film called Raya and the Last, well, the Last Dragon. Yeah. Well, to be honest, well, I understand some people can assume that Raya is part of the Disney lineup, but I also heard someone told me not too long ago saying that she might not be part of the Disney lineup for long because she hasn't been included in the official lineup at the moment quite yet, to be fair. Because something to do with her movie being a separated franchise compared to the other princesses. Yeah. If you think about Frozen, for example, they were originally going to be part of the lineup, but they turned out to have their own franchise instead. So someone told me once that Raya might not be part of the Disney princess for long and might just become its own official whatever something. Yeah, that's what I heard. So, but for my opinion, I don't really see Raya as a princess in my book. I understand if some of you do assume or whatever that you see her as a princess in your view, then that's fine. It's your opinion. But please respect mine as I will respect yours. So thank you very much. And yeah, like I said, I just don't see Raya as a princess in my book, like I said. So, so that's just my personal opinion. Even though Milan also isn't a princess, but she's still part of the official lineup ever since her first movie came out in 1998 and all that. Tell me about it. That's all I know. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. Well, to be fair, speaking about Milan literally inspired me to face the responsibilities, and no matter um something to do with Milan, how she sees in her own view about people in general about her beliefs is wrong, whatever. But it doesn't matter what people thinks about Milan. Milan always try to do her best to what she thinks is the right thing to do. I mean, I wouldn't blame her one bit, to be honest. I mean, she inspires a lot of people around the world ever since that time. Yeah, and she's still famous for it. I mean, Milan is this very special princess for everyone. Even though I did say she's not really like a princess sort of way, but she's still part of the group. Yeah, Pocahontas is also a bit like Milan, even though Pocahontas is not really a warrior or anything, but Pocahontas is based on the real person with the same name, and also to be in fact that Pocahontas is also sort of an Indian something, yeah, ancient princess, whatever. Yeah, but I don't know how to get my words on that one. I mean, sometimes I might end up saying wrong things. So even though some things that I've learned, some of them may be right, but sometimes I might end up saying wrong things. So maybe it's best you should read on the internet. Yeah, because like I said, I'm not always the right person to ask some certain questions that you want to ask about. So yeah. I mean, it's totally understandable if you want to ask me anything. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. But but like I said, if I don't have the answer to whatever question you have, always just go on the internet or just ask someone else who knows the answer. Yeah, you do have a point there, Sebastian. Sometimes the internet might get things wrong too. But we never know. Sometimes the internet might be right. We never know. But like I said, sometimes the internet might be right or it might be wrong, but it doesn't really that matter to me. But still, and I hope you boys and girls still remember the time when I said that sometimes the internet is not always a nice place to be on, because if you think about it, there's lots of horrible people out there. He just wants to bully you. He wants to argue with you, whatever. But still, I'm just saying. Yeah. Even though speaking of which, I did used to have quite a few dramas from the past, but good thing I moved on because I learned to not let it get to me and do not argue with individuals, as in people in general, online because it just ain't worth it, because that's what my dad told me from last night. And I totally agree with my dad though. I mean, I wouldn't blame my dad for one bit what he said, really. I mean, because I realized what my dad was saying is to protect me from, you know, from getting hurt, as in feeling like provoked, something like that. Because my dad or my mom wouldn't want to see me getting upset over some stupid, minor, little things. hmm Yeah, even though I'm not involved in any dramas at the moment, that doesn't always mean people should drag me into it, because sometimes it's not always nice to drag me into your drama just because you're in a fight with someone. Well, certain someone. Yeah. And I totally agree with Sebastian for this one when he said that. When he said about just be creative and have fun. Exactly. I mean, just because when you sharing your talents of something, and when you have most people who are nice, but sometimes you might have some certain other people who may don't agree with your talent, they might end up saying something that you may don't like to hear from them. Then, but if I were you, just ignore them, because it just ain't worth to argue with certain people who just like to waste their time on you, just whatever reason or an excuse. Because sometimes people just like to make excuses for their reasons to attack you forever. Because I learned that it's best to not acknowledge what other people thinks about you, because sometimes they just don't know the whole story behind your part of the situation. Because let's just say, because yes, Today, some idiots literally accused me for starting an argument just because I was only trying to help someone by cheering them up, by saying it's not always worth to argue with someone who's having a negative opinion. And then, but that certain person I'm talking about here just told me I was starting an argument, even though I wasn't. So that's the whole point on this situation, because that person had no idea what they're talking about. They have no clue whatsoever because they don't even realize that they just assumed dirt about my own personal comments. Like, come on. Do these people ever do better anything to do besides being, nitpicking on something that you said? Honestly, God. Ugh. I mean, tell me about it. Even though I still often get people like that from time to time, and yet I still won't forget what happened the last time. But I already moved on, but still, I don't want to talk about it. It just, you know, it just blazing me mad. But like I said, I rather just think on the positive side on the world. Yeah, even though I'm still aware about horrible people. But you can't always assume people are horrible all the time, boys and girls, just to remind you. I mean, there are some people who are nice too. Like me, for example. I know some people may think I'm horrible or whatever, but that's their choice. I mean, that's they want to believe. But but if you wanted to but if you wanted to hear my thoughts on this one, I don't care what they think about me. They can do. I mean, they can think or say whatever they want. They don't know me. They can act. They can act. I mean, they can act whatever they want. I mean, as in, they can act like they know me, which they don't in reality. Like, come on. Like, literally. And you know what? And that's the whole point, because when it comes to, you know, the background characters, including those mean girls in Lilo and Stitch, he treats Lilo like she's done something wrong, when in fact she didn't. Like, literally, poor Lilo, she just felt so lonely. What is wrong with these characters? Do they have anything better to do than just being so nitpicky meanies to Lilo? She's only a young little girl. Just give her a break, people. Like, seriously, if Lilo was a real person, she would definitely say something similar to what I said. No, seriously, she would. She would definitely would say, "You people may act like you know me, but clearly you don't, because I know me more than you." No, seriously, she would. Because I would say the same thing too, even though I already said that in Lilo's impression, but still, that would be totally crazy. And also, believe me, it sometimes happens with Ariel from The Little Mermaid too. Everyone always judge Ariel just because they assume that Ariel exchanged her voice for human legs. Oh my god. No, seriously. They just literally just assume that Ariel it only exchanged her voice for a man. Like, seriously? That is totally not always true. It may be true to some people, but most of the people who actually sees the Little Mermaid, like, literally, there are most people, including myself, knows the real meaning of why Ariel sacrificed her voice for a reason. And that means she's always had this huge passion for humans for a long time, way before she met Prince Eric. And that's the whole point. And also, if you think about the song Part of Your World, the first one from Alien in the beginning of the film, well, even though it doesn't say the word your, it just Ariel kind of said the word that instead of the word your. Well, it doesn't mean that matters, but I'm just saying. But all I can say, in that very song, she was singing about her experience with her life under the sea, what's been like being a mermaid and all that, like blah blah blah, so like that. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even blame Ariel one bit if she doesn't feel like she doesn't belong under the sea, like literally. Yep. And don't get me started with King Triton. I know he means well. If you remember in my other videos, well, I did say like a few times before, I know King Triton means well, but he should have thought better about his behavior towards Ariel, really. I mean, like instead of being a, grumpy, I was saying, oh, can't believe it. I forgot what I was saying. Actually, no, wait. I think I remember now. Something about King Triton. Yeah. Oh, I was trying to say that King Triton should be an understanding father, grumpy, moody, like blah blah. Like seriously. I mean, I would have presumed most people would have parents like that. Yeah. I mean, not all parents can be like that. Most parents can be understanding. Yeah. I can easily say that about my parents though, because my parents can understand me too. They understand me a lot of times, especially when it comes to the term about me being a little different compared to the rest of my family. Yeah, well, some of you probably are well gonna say, you know the word that begins with an A, because my disability and all that, but still, yeah. And just because I have autism, it doesn't mean I'm being different, like literally different from everyone else. I'm just like you guys. I'm a real person with real feelings and emotions, and yes, we all have our moments. And it's pretty normal to have ups and downs. And and if someone ever wants to upset you about something, just don't let it upset you. Even though it still hurt you like deep down, just try not to show it all the time, because sometimes people might make fun of you. Because I wouldn't want that. No, I would never want to see my friends getting upset, getting hurt, whatever. I mean, you guys are the best. You're good people, just like me. Yes, seriously, we all are good people in general. So yeah, so that's the whole point, really. Yeah. So that's what I can say, really. Yeah. Mhm. So, um, thanks for watching, boys and girls. Thank you. Uh, I can always talk more some other time. Yeah. When I feel want to, when I get the chance. Yeah. And I hope some of you are excited to see Lilo and Stitch anytime soon. Yes. And I did said I'm going to see it on the 27th of May. Yep. Even though the film is coming out on the 23rd, 23, but I'm going to watch it on the 27th with my family. And then after that, we're going out for tea. As in, going out for food. That's what I mean. So yeah. Well, thanks for watching anyway, boys and girls. Thank you. And if you wanted to whatever you want to do or want to do next, then be really to do so, as in comments, yeah, then it's clearly up to you what you want, really. I mean, it's your body, it's your choice. I mean, we all have our own human rights. And if someone said that you can't have your own rights, then just let them think that. I mean, seriously, I wouldn't want you guys to feel bad just because they accuse you that you've done something wrong when clearly you hadn't. Yeah, because like I said, human rights is what makes things better for everyone. Yes, exactly. Oh, oh dear. Oh, sorry about that, Miss Kanita. I'm sure your sister will able to comment at some point. And if she can't comment, it's totally fine. Just don't worry. I'm sure things will get fixed anytime soon. Yeah. Just tell your sister that I said hi. Yeah, that would cheer your sister up. So yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, boys and girls. Bye.